Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Frank Asifua, and I'm with the Association of African Universities Secretariat in Accra, Ghana. I'm pleased to welcome you all to this workshop on the African Jobs Board. I'll do a little presentation and then I'll go into the African Jobs Board website to show you how it works, and then we can then see how it can be beneficial to your institution and you as a job seeker as well. All right. So the African Jobs Board project is a project that has been built or created in order to increase the academic mobility in Africa. We realized in a market survey we did a few, like a year ago or about a year and a half ago, that in Africa, there are experts all across the continent. However, there are some countries that these expertise fall short. And in order to balance the scope, we decided to create this project, which would be able to help academic scholars or experts to be able to move from one part of the continent to another part, where they'll be able to see the jobs that are available in other parts of Africa. They can apply for or move into another part of Africa. And this is also to help the global recruitment for African higher education institutions, because there are some experts that, as I mentioned earlier, some institutions need, but they are unable to get because of the lack of expertise in their country. Also, this project helps to reduce the brain drain, where many of our experts travel outside the continent for greener pastures, as it were. We believe that if the Jobs Board is made available, a lot of institutions or a lot of experts who are in Africa can continue to promote the Pan-Africanism that Africa needs to use in order to get us together. So the objective of this project is to post both academic jobs and non-academic jobs within universities, higher education institutions all across Africa. So whether you're a polytechnic, you are an associated body which is involved in education, it is important that you join the African Jobs Board in order to support the process. And our job is to create this platform as we have created and help all experts and all institutions in Africa to be able to come on board. Also, by doing so, we'll be able to generate insights into what the academic and non-academic job in Africa is looking like. Are there more need for healthcare experts in, let's say, Southern Africa? Are there need for, let's say, lecturers in chemistry in, let's say, in East Africa? That can also be able to help people so that if students are even going into schools, they can see that, oh, there's a lot of demand for these kind of jobs in this area. So if I study in this, or like study this course in school, I'll be able to probably get a job over there. So that can also help to generate a lot of insights that will be beneficial to a lot of stakeholders who hold Africa dear to their hearts. So in order to get this project, the AAU, which is the long-standing leader in the African tertiary education space in Africa, because of our mandate from the African Union, was the best partner to be able to begin this process. And we are working with Warwick Employment Group, which is a company that works in Warwick in the UK, Warwick University in the UK. And their job is to provide worldwide employment for students, for institutions, for staff, and all of that. And they're a very long-standing leader, and they've done a very good job in the job board space in academia in the UK. So they are one of the top job boards in the UK, and we partnered with them in order to be able to help us to be able to do the same for Africa. Also, Education Sub-Saharan Africa is the third partner of the Jobs Board. Now, their goal is to join and inform, inspire, and increase impact for anybody who wants to invest in education in sub-Saharan Africa. So we partnered with them as well in order to highlight the work we're doing and for them to also showcase what we are doing. And the partnership was ideal because these three partners we felt were the very good bedrock in order to be able to get this project on it. Yeah, okay. So I'll be taking you through two types of ways in order to interact with the jobs board. The first is how you as an employer or as a higher education institution can be able to post the jobs that you have. So maybe you have a job, you are looking for a lecturer, you've been trying to fill the role, but you are not really getting qualified expertise. You can put it on the jobs board for free, where the jobs board has been put out there for free for institutions in Africa for September. So it's free for you to use. You can post as jobs as you want. You can just go in there, create a profile, then you log in into your accounts. You edit your employer details so that your details is really shown. We're able to see your institution's logo, a description about your institution, a link to your website, and things like that. Also, you can even actually add a team member. So we see that in many institutions, there are a lot of departments, as it were, and sometimes the roles have been separated. So let's say if there's a need to hire an assistant to the vice chancellor, it's the main administration that does that. But if, let's say, the College of Engineering needs a new lecturer in, let's say, ICT, they sometimes post it on their own. They've been put separately. So the jobs board has been created with this in mind, so that you can also create team members for other people who have the job of posting jobs or sharing vacancies for the public to apply for. So you could also add your team members. So let's say if Al-Azhar University, if let's say the HR of Al-Azhar University comes and creates an account for Al-Azhar University, they put the description, they put everything in the right places. They could also create team members on that profile, that same profile, so that other team members can come in and also post jobs that they have. So that's, let's say, the College of Engineering or College of Humanities, the person who has been assigned over there can come in and then post their jobs on the jobs board. And then the admin can see, and then they can be posted. So that is how you can use the African Jobs Board as an employer. If you are working for a higher education institution, a university, a polytechnic, an associative body, anything that is related to higher education, you can post your jobs on the African Jobs Board. Also, if you are personally looking for a job, or you're trying to see if you're competitive in the market space, you can also use the African Jobs Board. So you can visit the website from time to time and then just look at the jobs that are available and try to apply to some of them. Also, what you could do is, if you have a specific expertise, you could also subscribe so that you can get notifications whenever there's a job that comes in that area, so that you can always get a notification and see what is available there. So without further ado, I would want to show the African Jobs Board project websites, and then we'll be able to continue from there. Please, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat area. I'll address them as soon as I'm done with the presentation. Thank you. Okay, so this is the African Jobs Board page. Whoa. Resume share. Okay, so the link to the African Jobs Board page is africa.edujobs.com. africa.edujobs.com. When you go in there, you'd see this page. Let me log out. Great. Okay, so this is how the page looks. So this is the African Jobs Board logo, employers information. So you can see all the employers that are on the African Jobs Board, all the universities or all the higher education institutions that have jobs on there. Some of them don't have jobs, but you can even be able to find your institution. So if your institution has already posted a job, you can easily find them in order to be able to find who is working on the team and then work with them. If we go back here, yes. So if you're a job seeker, all you need to do is just come in here and then search. Let's say you are looking for a lecturer role. You can put your location where you're looking for a job, or you can just clear it out completely and just search. So you can see the number of jobs that are for lecturers. You see, so you can see them: University of the Western Cape, University of Ghana, Central University of Technology, University of Botswana, Stellenbosch University, University of Pretoria. So you can apply to any of them. If you want to keep receiving job alerts about lecturer positions, you can just put your email address here, and then you'd agree to the terms and condition, and then you create an alert. So whenever a job is posted that has the term lecturer in it, in any category, you'll be able to see it immediately. And that will be able to really help you to get on top of the jobs that you're searching for. Okay, now let's go back to the main page. If you scroll down, you see the most recent jobs that are available on the jobs board, and you can see all of them here. And on the right is the categories that are available, the categories that have been created. So if you find any that is fits your role, you can just click on it and then see all the jobs that are related to that category. These are some of the employers on our jobs board. It just rotates through them. Okay, so let us go through how to set up an institution's account. Okay, how to set up an institution account. Now, if you come to the right side here, you see job seekers and employers. So the employers are the institutions. So you can just come in here, employers, you click on the button here, and then you click on create employer account. So you create a new account. If you go to employers and you can't find your institution's name, then you create an employer account. But if you find your institution's name and you're finding it difficult to be able to find who is actually in charge of it, you can send me an email. I'll put my email in the chat box and I'll be able to assist you. If you have any challenges on the jobs board, you can just address them to me. So back to it, you go to employers, create employer accounts, and it brings you to this page. Very simple page where you can create your employer account. So you put in your email address, then you put in your institution's name, then the password that you want to use, and then you confirm your password, and then you agree to the terms and conditions. If you want to read it, you can actually just click on it and read it, and then you can register. So let's just do that. Okay, so because I've already created an account, I will not register again. So when you put in your information, you type in your institution's name, you can then register. If you already have an account like I do, you can just click on login. So I can click on login. Yes, and I'm logged in. So when you're logged in, the main difference is you see that your email address shows up here. And then it no longer gives you login and create employer account. It shows you the dashboard, which is where I am. Manage profile, team administration, and then user settings, and then you can log out. So what you can do here is this shows you basically what is on your dashboard, what you've done. If you've posted jobs, you'll be able to see them here. If you've made any purchases, you'll be able to see them there. If you've purchased job credits, for now, the job credits are free. So you can just purchase them as and when you want. But as you can realize, my institution is not looking good. So what I can do is I can go in and manage the profile, the institution's profile. All right. So now you can come in here and then change the name of your institution. So let's say Frank Sefwa University. Then you could put your number over there. Then that's my email anyway. So please reach me if you have any issues with this email. Then your website, your institution, let's say HTTPS. So let's just say. Then you put the address of your institution here so that people can find it. So let's say, I don't know, Accra, Ghana. Then the city is Accra. Ghana. Then you can upload your logo, your institution's logo. So you can upload the image, and then you'll be able to upload your institution's logo. And then a cover image at the back of your institution's profile. If you have a YouTube ID that you want to share, you could put it here as well, so people could see your YouTube videos or your links. And this is the description of your institution. So this is normally where you put the content about the about page on your institution's website. You place them here, and then you can just okay, let me just say this. So then you just click on update, and then it will work. So you can now see that the number, everything else has been added. Okay. Now, in order to post a job, this is what you do. You can just go to advert prices here. You go to advert prices, and then these are usually the two types of job advertisements that we packages that we have. But currently, as you can see, they are free. So you can go in there, whether you want a featured job posting or a single job posting, you can just click on post a job. And the title of the role, the location of the job, whether they're going to work in the institution, they're going to work remotely or temporarily remote because of the COVID era we are in. And then what the role is, whether it's a full-time job, a part-time job, a freelance job, a temporary job, or even if it's a PhD you are offering as an institution, you can put it in here. So the PhD opportunities in your institution can also be posted on the African Jobs Board. Then you can select your categories. So the categories that your institution or the advertisement that you're putting out falls under, you can just do that easily here. You can select multiple of them. So when you're done, then you put the full description of the advertisement here. Usually there's a document that you have that is the job advert. You can just copy them and paste it in here. If you have an idea about the salary range that is going to be there or the salary that's going to be paid, you can actually type it in here. You can change the currency. Almost every currency from Africa has been added. So if you look for it, you'll be able to find yours. Whether it's a range or if it's just a fixed amount, you can put a fixed amount. If it's a range, you can put the range as well. And then you can add some benefits that they can get if you have it. If you don't, or if it will be discussed on the roll, that's also fine. And that can also be added over here. Then how they can apply. So if you realize all this information, the information from the company name to the logo, would come from the description you set in the in your profile. So please keep in mind that it's very important in order to set your institution apart. And you don't need to retype it every time. So you come in here and then you apply. You show them how they can apply. So do they apply via email or via URL? If it's via URL, you post your URL in here and then they can do so. If there are some instructions you want to be added, you can also put it in here. And then you can preview your job and then it can be sent. So I'll then go in, see the jobs, and then I'll upload them for you. So that is how you can actually use the African Jobs Board project. And you can post as many jobs as you want, as many of them as possible. If you post them and you feel I haven't shared it in a while, just send me an email and then I'll upload it for you. But I'm almost always on the Jobs Board looking out for that. So this brings me to the end of my presentation on the African Jobs Board. If there are any. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank, for this nice presentation, and actually it's an informative one. And I think we have some questions in the chat box. Please, can you answer them? So you want me to help with this, or you can scroll and answer the question?
You can ask the question and I'll answer them.
No problem. It's okay. And actually, I thanks for our participants for the interactive in the chat box, and they wrote many of questions actually. So first one, it comes from Dr. Aziza Minouni, and thank you, Dr. Aziza, for participation today. And the question, Frank, is: are all the advertised job offered for all Africans, or the requested nationality, if any restriction can be added? And another part of the question is, and from a job seeker view, can he or she refine depending on his or her nationality?
Yes, please. So thank you very much for the question. Doc, all the jobs, it depends. The public institutions cannot put out jobs that are available for other nationalities. It's only limited to their institutions. That's also fine. You can put it on the jobs board, and then in the description mention that this job is only for like nationals of this country. That is also fine, because other nationals from your country would also visit the jobs board in order to put it there. So you can just put it in the description there that this job is only for this nationality. Yes. The second question is, they refine based on their nationality? Yes, absolutely. I know I'm still sharing, so I would want to show you how to do that. So if you put in your keyword as lecturer, okay, and you don't put a category, you can actually choose your location. So where you want the job that you're looking for to be located. So let's say South Africa. So you can curate your section to that, and then you can search. So if there are any jobs in South Africa, you can see. So as you see, these are only the lecturer roles that are in South Africa. So that will allow you to be able to see them. Thank you. I'll take it. Yeah.
Yes. So second question actually is it planned for platform to be offered in other languages?
Yes, please. Currently, we are uploading we are uploading the site in French, in Arabic in due course, in Portuguese also in due course. But currently, we feel that because of Google Analytics and Google Translate, more often than not, most of the jobs will be posted in English, because Google is able to translate the page for you to see. But sometimes the problem is, if you apply for a role and the country that is sending out the job speaks, let's say, English, it's an English country, you need to be able to use English. It doesn't make a lot of sense to translate it to French, and then a French national applies who does not speak English and they can't get a job. So if there's a criteria for the language to be spoken, it will also be put in the description. But for now, Google Translate is what we are using to translate the website. We'll be updating this as time goes on. Very soon, the French version of the website will be ready, and very soon the Arabic version will also be ready. But for now, it's the English that is available, and Google Translate can be used in order to translate. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank. And the third one is the institution's account verified to make sure the job offer are institutional?
I don't really understand this, but let me try and answer what I think the question is. So it is important that the institution, the account that is created is from the institution. The most important role we want to get to is the head of human resource registrar, who is in charge of hiring for the institution to have the admin account. So if you are the HR or the registrar who is in charge of hiring into your institution, and you come and you find the employer, your institution here already, you can reach out to me and I'll create an account for you so that you'll be able to access it. It is important that it is from the institution, and to make sure that there's no problems in terms of the content. That is why there's a teams, so that in one institution you can have multiple members in the team who can also upload jobs, and then the HR can take the lead in that. Thank you.
And actually, we have a comment from Professor Bzuba, and he asking about, he telling us that a user guide for the platform must be provided. Okay. So Frank, I think we can take in consideration this point, and actually this is a very good point. Thank you, Prof. And these are honorable participants. Don't forget to fill out the questionnaire we are providing in the chat box. And let me take the chance that we have Professor Amani Al-Sharif here with us. She is the regional coordinator for the North Africa Regional Office, and she will give us comment about this. Or Prof, floor is yours, please.
Thank you, Dr. Muhammad. Everyone, and thank you for you, Frank, for the presentation, and congratulations for AEU for this distinct platform. Actually, this is one of them that can raise the networking and raise the awareness of each other for African institutions. And according to our last meeting, Frank, I think individuals can have an account on this platform as well. So it's available for institutions and for individuals. Is that correct?
Yes, Dr. Amani, that is correct. Institutions can create people can create an account at the job seekers section. It's just like the employers, but you can create it as a job seeker.
Great. This is a bridge between all African academics and African institutions. Again, congratulations for this smart platform. And I'd like to invite all African institutions to submit and to have an account, to sign up an account for this platform, because this is, I think this is also a free of charge service from AEU. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. It's free of charge. Yes.
This is very good opportunity to know each other and to have the opportunity to and actually in the time of COVID-19 we can find some vacancies which cannot physical movement. We can share our experiences virtually and giving some lectures in some universities also. I think this platform will have a very important role in communication on different higher education institutions all over Africa. Thank you very much for this opportunity and for this distinct service, actually. I think we have also a question that it is not clear. The question needed. You can read it, Frank. It's about scholarship. Can university advertise the scholarship on this platform?
Yes, please. Absolutely. That's where the PhDs are. So you can announce scholarships, even if it's bachelor's, even if it's master's degree, you can post it there using the caption as PhD. If you are facing any challenges, please reach out to me. I'll be of assistance to you.
This is great, actually. So everyone, you are invited to have more visibility for your institution and also more visibility for academic staff. So create and contact you. Add your email, Frank, in the chat box so everyone can contact you easily. Is going to you every time, reach you to AEU and to support you to build your account on this board. Thank you. Happy Ramadan. Most of the people in North Africa is celebrating Ramadan right now, and then we would like to meet you again in our coming event. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, Frank, I have another question. Can I go in?
Yes, please.
Yes. Can journals, academic journals, publish vacancies for editors and reviewers in this platform as well?
Yes. Anything, if your institution has anything to do about higher education in Africa, you can please create an account and then post your jobs there, whether they are even academic roles or non-academic there.
Yes, this is great. Thank you. Okay, Mohammed, the floor is yours. Okay.
Okay, actually, thank you Prof, for this chance and thank for the Frank to be with us today, and we'll all thank for our great participant for this seminar, and hope to see you again in our coming events. Please follow us and join our WhatsApp group, join our Telegram, and for AU website and NARO website, naro.au.org, and you can find all our information in the chat box. Thank you, and it's a pleasure to have you today, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Enjoy your day. Happy Ramadan.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.